Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now they try the right side here. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Second and 12. Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Breaks through the contact. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround? Well, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tanner Muse in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back back to throw, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect?
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A big play there for the Dolphins.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Watson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson.
This one left side caught by Collins.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Watson looks to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Watson now to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Dolphins.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Touchdown, ready to kick it this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. Going up top. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston.
CeeDee Lamb.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the
NFL on EA Sports. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Watson.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off, Byron Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now Watson.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Flush to his right. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on third and inches.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Watson.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be third and 13. Back to throw, Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And to give this time to the tailback. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
First six. Shoot. 24 down, coming.
Hey, check 24.
Now a handoff looking right. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a first down throw. Watson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.